It's time for me to start putting Christmas items in my booth, and I don't have much on hand. I really don't get to thrift as much as I used to, so I'm gonna have to DIY some things. Today I'm gonna be DIYing this big chalkboard into a Merry Christmas sign. It's actually been in the booth for maybe over a year and has not sold. And since it already has the red frame, I think it's the perfect thing for me to turn into a Christmas decoration. So I'm gonna use my projector downstairs and just try to trace out a really nice Christmas design. And I think I'll be able to sell it for maybe about $80 once it's all said and done. I make all of my designs on Canva. It's a free app online, or you can pay and get the pro version and you get a bunch more images for free and fonts. And then I put this right on my projector. It's so much easier than how I used to make signs, which I would either like make myself a stencil, or I've done a few where I tried to do it by hand or try to measure it out, and it's just so tedious. And so using the projector has made it just so much more efficient for me to make something that's really pretty. And of course with the banners, it's just made impossible for me at all. I'm not very good at freehanding anything, any kind of lettering or anything like that. So this has been a system that's been working for me, but I've only used the projector for banners, and I haven't used it for any like home decor item that I could sell in my booth. So I'm excited to try this today. And this is my setup for my projector. I have it downstairs. I just plug it right into my laptop, and then that will project my image right across onto the wall or on my sign in today's case. Now, before I go on and do my painting, I did want to do another shout out for Home Chef. We've been enjoying these meals so much. This is a subscription that gets sent right to your doorstep. All of the ingredients are in these refrigerated boxes, so even the meat and everything is included in your order. And I love these the most because my 11-year-old can do these almost entirely on his own. The instructions are so simple. Today we had like a breaded, creamy Caesar chicken that you see here with rice and vegetables. This all came together in the box. And then we had pork noodles a couple days later. These were also really tasty. I feel like it's a step above what you get at like a fast food restaurant. Everything tastes nice and fresh. And I love that the little ingredients, like all the poppy seeds and sesame seeds and all the spices, all come for you. And you don't have to go grab that at the grocery store. So it's super convenient. I'll have my code down below so we can both get a discount on the next order. And now I'm just going ahead and starting my sign. I'm just using a white acrylic marker. This is actually like an off-white color, and I just got a like really nice set of acrylic markers from Amazon. They were very affordable, but they had a bunch of different colors all in one set. And as you can see, I constantly have somebody walking in between me and the projector. That's why it's going dark. But I just work around that. It is okay. But I'll have that set of markers linked down below too, because it's been really handy to have a variety of colors, especially when making signs and banners. And as you can see, I'm just going through and tracing the projection right onto my chalkboard. Now, when this dries, the acrylic will be permanent unless somebody like scrubbed at it with water. But it won't just rub off like a chalk marker would or like regular chalk would, which I did want this to be more of a permanent decoration for somebody's home. Okay, here's how it looks after just the first run over with the paint marker. I'm going to go over it with a piece of actual chalk before I put it in the booth, because I think that will make it look a little more authentic. And then I'll rub more chalk kind of all around. I just got this set of acrylic markers from Amazon, and I went through and did like the little color card. And so I was hoping I'd have something to match the frame, but maybe the red orange is just kind of bright. I feel like the red orange and like the brown. So here's the red orange. Okay, here's how it looks after just the first run over with the paint marker. Probably took me maybe 10 minutes to do all of it. Let me scoot you down a little bit. There you go. So it's not perfect or finished yet. I think I'm going to go over it with a piece of actual chalk before I put it in the booth, because I think that will make it look a little more authentic. I wasn't happy with how pink the marker was looking, so I did go ahead and mix up some acrylic paint. I just used some red and yellow and brown to kind of achieve that more orangish red color like the frame. And then I went around and just painted everything that I had traced from the projection. So earlier I was saying that I needed it to be dark outside. I don't feel like I made it clear that I needed it to be dark outside so that I could see my projection more clearly. It's fine when I have like a white word on a black background, but some of these more colorful details are harder for me to see. So I needed it to be dark outside so I could shut all the lights off and use the projector in the dark so I could really see all these finer details. That was definitely the hardest part, was doing all of these berries and then all of the like little garland pieces. It was most time consuming, and it was also the part I was most nervous about because I paint quite often, but as far as like painting things to look realistic, it's not my forte. I've been enjoying it a whole lot, and I've definitely learned a lot and would like to do more of that, but I'm just not as practiced at it. You guys have seen me paint just probably hundreds of projects at this point over the years, but it's never like realism. So this is something that I am just practicing. And like I said, been really enjoying, but I have a lot of work to do to just kind of understand more like art theory and all of these things. So my husband is an artist. I call him out of his office. He works from home. I call him out multiple times a day just to check on how I'm doing, or he always has some good advice for me. He didn't end up helping paint on this one, but there has been a few banner orders recently, like I showed you in the beginning of the video, where I did really need his help just understanding what I was doing wrong. I'm not so good at, I have the vision in my brain, but it doesn't always come out on paper the first time, and I'm just learning as I go, so, which is okay. And all that to say, if you're feeling the same way about art, don't let that stop you. Don't let the fear of messing up or doing it wrong stop you. Just start practicing. And one of those things I've been doing is those watercolor workbooks, which I can also link those down below too. Those have really increased just my confidence in painting, and they've been really fun and enjoyable, and something that doesn't take like a lot of prep work to get out all these art supplies. Watercolor to me is the most simple one to just pull out and do for an afternoon and then put that back away. It's not very involved. So we've been doing a lot of art around our house lately. We've kind of been on a art and painting kick. So I'm just here to encourage you to also do the same. Now I thought I was done, but then I realized I wanted to go through and add some like little dot accents and then add in some more chalk rubbing. So I'm doing that now. I am really happy with it. And I honestly have a great spot for it in my house. So if it doesn't sell pretty soon, I might just bring it back home, but it does look really nice in the booth. And I know that because I actually got a call the day after I painted this to say that we had sold 3 pieces of furniture in one day. And so I was actually planning on putting this in the booth about a week later, but we really needed something to fill in the booth right away. So here's how it looks up in the booth. I brought that up and then just kind of shifted a few small things around because my mom and I did not have another piece of furniture to go back in right away to kind of fill in some of this space. So I just built up this little vignette here in the front with the chalkboard. It looks so pretty though. I feel like every time I take something into the booth, it just kind of brings it to life, and I'm so happy with how it looked all together. We're still transitioning out of fall at this point and into Christmas, even though now I'm doing my voiceover at the end of October and we're going full force Christmas now. I'm trying to kind of fizzle out some of those fall items. So this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this process today. My next video will be all about putting Christmas in our booth and kind of getting ready for that Christmas season. I cannot believe it. Are you guys ready? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.